Welcome back to our little podcast, It's Hard Out Here, the show that allows you a sneak peek into the lives of two, numero duo, unhinged individuals in their 20s trying to navigate the complexities of the modern age. My name is Hayley, and I have my absolutely overwhelmingly stunning co-host, Miss Kerri, right next to me.
Hello. I've got so much tea in my mouth.
Oh, that's why I kept trying to find adjectives until you swallowed your tea. Also, for those not watching, those of you just listening, Kerri's mouth is currently moldy. So
Stop it! No, it's not. Is it?
It's still moldy, yeah.
Yeah, I ate some,
What was it? What did you eat?
I don't know, a blue lolly, and it absolutely destroyed my mouth.
Yeah.
And now it's all over my lips, and now it just looks like I'm growing mold.
Yeah.
But that's why I have this llama hat to distract from my moldy
gaze.
lips.
So,
Oh, dear.
yeah, apart from Kez's moldy lips, we'll be talking about pronouns today. You know, whether they're a bit like, are people being snowflakes, or should we really be accommodating people?
It's not funny, it's serious.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's serious.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Kez is going to bring to you a little disclaimer, because for me, if you get angry, and tell us about it in the comments.
Yeah. Like normal, this is all of our research, our opinions, all kind of fused together.
I feel like this is very much opinion-based, this one.
Yeah. You might not like them, you might not agree with them, you might have a different one.
And if you don't like them, harass us.
And we would want to hear them.
It's good for our engagement.
Yeah. It's good for the views. Yeah, so if you don't like them, feel free to share what your thoughts are, because we would like to hear them, to kind of understand what on earth is going on in today's society's brain.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of brain.
Not collectively.
Not a lot of brain.
No.
But,
with that said,
let's
relax, get a snack, listen to the syntax, and grab a little beveragino, snuggle up. Today, Kez and I are a little bit rusty, crusty, dusty, because we went out to we didn't go out to a club last night. We went to Ashnika, as you can see from our shirts.
We got matching shirts. Those that are listening, we got matching shirts on, Ashnico shirts.
And
we went to a concert.
Yeah, my whole neck, my throat, sore from headbanging and screaming. So, yeah, make sure you grab a little beveragino and cheers.
Heal your throats.
Yeah.
Hello. All right. Well, we'll start this topic nice and
Did I just
slow.
touch your... No, that was the cushion. I thought I touched your bum.
No. We'll start this topic off nice and simple, but just with a definition of what pronouns
I like
are.
a good definition to start.
Yeah. This, fair warning, this
It's about to get juicy.
It is going to get controversial. There's a lot of definitions, and you're probably going to hear a lot of new terms, because we researched and we were like, whoa.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So just a definition of what a pronoun is. A pronoun is a word that refers to either the people talking or someone or something that is being talked about. Mm-hmm. Gender pronouns specifically refer to people that you are talking about.
Yep, and that was a working definition by the New York City Department of Social Services. And I feel like to add on to that, a pronoun is basically something that we use in conversation to replace a name. So you kind of establish the identity of someone, and then you kind of, so that you don't have to keep saying their name, you say he, they, she, them, whatever, instead of their name. Now, neo-pronouns, neo meaning new, are new categories that are increasingly used in place of she, he, or they when referring to a person. Some examples include sie, ze, them, ze, he, hers, and a, em, er. Neopronouns can be used by anyone, though most often they are used by transgender, non-binary, and or gender non-conforming people.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like I was kind of like short-circuiting, like
You kind of sounded like Pitch Perfect, you know. In the here's the thing, started out friends. It was cool, but it's all pretend.
Okay, we better stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Since you've been gone.
Okay, go.
Oh, sorry. She's like, shut the fuck up. Since English traditionally uses he and she to refer to people, we have to be intentional about the language we use to untrench the gender binary.
Dig it out of a hole, girl.
Yep.
Dig it out of a hole.
And that's queering the norm. So let's jump into gender.
Yeah, we're going to jump over the gender.
Because I feel like, a lot of people
get the two mixed up.
Gender, sex, sexuality, a lot of people blur the three.
Yeah, and they all get confused, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But gender refers to the social roles people identify with. So sex is something that is biologically assigned, whereas gender is a social construct influenced by gender norms.
Yes. So for anyone who's like a little bit unsure of what that means, often so let's just take male and female, for example. Male or female would be like biologically the sex would be the genitalia that you have at birth, and some people are intersex, so it's not necessarily black and white. And then the gender is, say, for if you identify as female, it might be wearing dresses or being a mother, which I'm not saying is right as a female, but those are typically feminine traits.
Yeah.
Or like makeup or long nails, like that's very typically feminine. Or for men, like big muscles, dick measuring competitions, high paying job, lots of girlfriends, lots of sex, like high testosterone dude, like that's big man energy.
God damn. That kind of brought up a lot.
It was like I had a visceral experience while I was in
That kind of brought up some trauma.
Yeah.
That's not good. But
Moving on.
moving on from the trauma. Just a list of pronouns and neopronouns that you've probably heard in person.
I mean, I haven't.
Over the internet.
Yeah.
There are at least 3 there that I don't know.
Yep. So you can say them instead of me. I don't want to get them wrong.
Oh my god, it's gonna be.
I don't want to have
I
don't want to have all the EMs after me in the comments.
So your typical pronouns that you'd probably hear every day: she, her, he, him, they, them, and some neopronouns are ers, ze, them, zers, ze, her, hers. Okay, mouthful. Believe it or not, English speakers' dissatisfaction with binary gendered language was documented as early as 1795.
It's a while ago.
I know some people alive back in the day of 1795.
Okay.
Literal dinosaurs, babes.
Are they ghosts?
No, they're still living.
Okay.
I see dead people.
Okay. The use of they as a gender neutral pronoun predates this discussion by about 300 to 400 years. Many languages, both modern and historical, don't gender their nouns at all. So this is like Japanese, Tagalog, and Haitian Creole. This is the fun part. Yeah, you go right ahead.
On that, that I feel like it's going to be like a little bit of an umbrella. This is where we're getting to the real questionable, controversial stuff.
I am fine with the neo-pronouns. I feel like I can kind of get behind the zs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like, I'm able to integrate that within my worldview. However, once we get to people identifying as frogs, I'm like,
and some people do identify as frogs, and this is formally known as frog gender. Froggy gender? Oh my god.
Froggy gender with a PH.
Froggy gender with a PH. Which is a xenogender, or a fauna gender. in which one's gender is connected to frogs. It doesn't just lie onto frogs. We did see that somebody was a meow.
Yeah, it was like a meow selves.
Yeah, a meow gender, which is obviously a cat.
Yeah.
But
and this is like kind of getting into like furry
yeah,
territory.
yeah.
Which like again, discussion for another time. I'm
Furries.
fine with that. Like people can
If you
like
wanna
do
be a
your
furry,
thing, do
go
your
for
thing
it.
behind closed doors away from me. But like if you're like full ass identifying as a bear, like in everyday life, like do you work an office job? I have a lot of questions. Like how does that work? Or are you like do you live in the woods and hunt for honey? Like
Yeah. Imagine going for a job interview and they're like,
What are your prefixes or whatever?
She is this. And they're
like,
like,
actually, my pronouns are bears.
Actually, no, I'm bun gender. Bun. Oh, not the bunny gender.
my God.
But yeah, that ties loosely in with furries.
Yeah, I'm like, is it like the same thing?
Loki-
I don't know, but I would love to know.
Is it Loki bestiality?
I don't know. That's a furry conversation though. We'll have to
We'll have
dive
to
deep.
find a furry.
But I want to know, is like the frog gender thing, is that like a furry thing? Like, I mean, obviously not the frog because the frogs don't have fur, but like the cats, if you identify as a cat, is that like
a furry.
a furry?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Or is furries like you have to dress up as
yeah,
a
but
furry?
wouldn't if you identify as
It would make sense if they were a furry.
well,
They
yeah,
were
if you
identifying as a
identified
cat.
as a cat, surely they would be dressing up as a cat. Like if
and
you
does-
identify as a woman, you dress up.
And does
as a
that
woman.
mean if this cat wants to, I don't know, a mate, let's use mate, do
I
they
see
have
where this
to
is going.
do they have to find somebody that also identifies as a meow because they can't go with
I thought you were going to
somebody
say an actual cat.
or are they going to look at cats, or is then the other person which just identifies as, you know, a he him, does that make him into bestiality?
Something to think about.
This is weird. Yeah. Personally, I can't really get behind that.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
I
like,
really can't get.
I'm wanting to understand.
I think it is because we don't understand that we can't quite get behind it at the moment. To be honest,
I wish we got someone who was like a bear. Into this
if you're
discussion.
listening or watching and you identify as anything fauna
Or
related-
flora.
or flora, yeah, and we don't discriminate
Yeah.
here. Everyone is human.
No, we're not human. We're flora or fauna. Everyone here is.
Yeah,
They are.
they are something.
So yeah, this is all like xenogender, which is a gender that cannot be contained by human understandings, example, my human understanding of gender, more concerned with crafting other methods of gender categorization and hierarchy, such as those relating to animals, plants, or other creatures, things. So I'm guessing if it's like animals, maybe they like, I don't know, like if, for example, wolves, they like the alpha male thing. Like, does that mean they're actually like furries? You know, those really like podcast bros.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah. And they're
So-
all like, I'm an alpha male. I'm an alpha
I'm
male.
an
Like,
alpha male. What
babe,
does
you're a
that make-
furry.
What does that make you? A wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking alpha male.
And that's xenogender. So is Andrew Tate actually like progressive as hell? He's promoting xenogender because of alpha. Oh my god. Slay King.
Hello.
Ally.
Hello. He's also
Bold as fuck.
He's also, didn't he just get out of jail? Him
Yeah.
and his brother for sex trafficking or fucking trafficking of sorts. I don't fucking
Yep.
know. Yeah.
And this is kind of where I also like can't help but feel
Oh my God.
like the whole pronouns thing is taking the piss. Like some people are just going with these really wild pronouns for the
Taking
sake
that
of
a
it.
bit too far?
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know, does it make people more comfortable to be called a frog? Like it would make me very uncomfortable. But like,
Because we're not frogs.
yeah, I just don't understand how someone could function in society as a frog. Although imagine if this was 20 years ago, you could say the same thing about gay people. So maybe that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently people are also using emojis as pronouns. And I'm like,
yeah. That person
That's
was
taking the
using
piss.
That person was using a moon
yeah.
on Reddit that we saw.
I'm like, that is not even, like, you can't even.
I think it is taking the piss.
yeah.
And I think in today's society, everybody is fighting for more attention. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people are really generally fighting to be quirkier than the rest, to be more...
I'm not like other girls.
Yeah. I feel like it's got to do with a bit of that. Like, I don't know how you feel about that.
But like, if someone can come up with a valid
intention.
reason as to how they identify as an emoji,
Yeah.
like not even the word, like an emoji,
The actual emoji. Like,
I would
how
be
do you...
open to hearing about it.
Yeah.
But like,
How do you
how do you
work with
conceptualize that?
Yeah, how do you work with that? See, that's... I don't know.
And you can't put that on legal documents.
Yeah, like, that's what I mean, but I feel like it's just, like, an attention thing sometimes. Like, yeah, fair enough if, you know, you want to identify as something,
and it's like
but,
dysphoria,
like...
yeah.
Yeah, and there's that gender dysphoria, but I don't know how you can be dysphoric and then need to be a cardboard
be
box
like
or something.
euphoric when you like
Are
people
a cardboard
call you
box.
a cardboard box. Like, oh my god, I feel so great when people mistake me for a cardboard
You are
box.
an object.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
Yikes.
Let's
also,
not get into objectification.
once we get into like these neo-pronouns and what was it, xenogender, it kind of goes against grammar. Like when you're identifying like with pronouns that are emojis, like that is grammatically incorrect. That is not a part of the English language.
Yep.
Even like, I don't know, because it's like that then there's that other thing that we briefly saw in like Reddit forums where it's like, well, pronouns are to replace the names. So once it starts getting very complicated, it's no longer easier to use pronouns. It's easier to use their names, which then pronouns are essentially redundant. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why would we even need pronouns then? And then why would people be wanting, like, forcing people to use those neo-pronouns when essentially they're redundant?
Yeah. Yeah. But some languages, which we did see, for example, French, Spanish.
Yeah. You have, like, laugh and then le.
Yeah, and it's same with Portuguese as well. They're inherently gender-based, where you will say something different.
Like, I think the moon is female in French and then male in French.
Yeah.
So, like, all objects and stuff have a gender assigned to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like then for people who are like gender neutral, which is like they
what did they call? Yeah. How did they say it for you?
Well, yeah, it's really hard to like navigate an entire language around that. Like they had to change it to like Latinx instead of Latina, Latino. So it's Latinx. Yeah.
Oh
so if you're they them and you're Latina or Latino, you're then Latinx.
Okay. Speechless.
Yeah. And then you have like Mr., Mrs. or MX, which I don't know how you pronounce that. MX.
Mix. Yeah.
Ms. So yeah, it's hard navigating the those languages that are inherently gender based.
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of leads us into,
when is it too far?
yeah, at which point does it become too far? So I guess, I mean, I'm all for, you know, gender fluidity, gender neutrality, which is like the queer theory. I don't know if you've heard of queer theory, but it's basically like if you boil it down, you really reduce it to just its very core. It's just that nothing is black and white. So nothing is just male or female. Nothing is just white or black. Nothing is just A or B. Like, there's levels of grey. There is levels of queerness. There are levels of, you know, whatever. And so you can literally apply queer theory to anything.
Yeah.
So through this lens, I can kind of understand where it's coming from when people want to use, you know, assigned pronouns. But yeah, at which point does it become too much, and how far should we go to make people comfortable.
Yeah.
So I guess if it's causing gender dysphoria, I would say yes, try and make the other person comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
As much as you can. So if somebody is experiencing gender dysphoria from being called a girl when they identify as a boy, then obviously call them boy, because that's going to make them feel better.
Yeah.
And that goes for anyone, straight people or queer people. Like, this is what I don't think conservatives... I've had a mind blank. This is what people who are conservative don't always seem to grasp. It's that even, like, very straight conservative people, say a woman, like a Karen, a typical Karen, she's going to get super pissed off if you say, oh, sir, or you mistake her for a boy.
Yeah.
But then if you go and tell her those are not my pronouns...
She'll turn around and be like, it's stupid.
Don't be such a snowflake.
Yeah, that's so dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is I think respect is a massive one. If you miss...
Like the name.
Yeah, if you were to call, like, I was to see you tell me you're Hayley, and I then call you Harley or something, and then you keep correcting me, and I go, oh, it doesn't even matter, it's close enough, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's literally...
You would get pissed. I would get pissed.
Yeah, you would get annoyed, and I'd get annoyed that you're so annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, who fucking cares? It's like 2 letters different.
Yeah, but it's just like that basic level of respect.
Yeah, it's a respect thing. And I know Hayley did say that at your uni that there were pronoun introductions. So
especially because it was like all online. We used Zoom. Yeah. So we could just put our pronouns on there. But sometimes, like a lot of the time, we would actually go through class and like identify our pronouns.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a good idea, but there is still people that are trying to figure out their own identity, their own gender identity.
It's like, you don't want to force anyone out of the closet either.
Right there and then. Like, if they don't know, give them the time and they figure it out in their, when it's ready kind of thing.
Which I think then they, like the pronoun they, is a little bit more of a coverall.
Yeah.
While you may get some of that dysphoria of people being like, no, you're not calling me she like I would want, but at least you're not actively causing anyone dysphoria by actively calling them like she when they want to be called he. Yeah. Like, it's more neutral.
Yeah, yeah. I've kind of learnt after like working directly with people for a lot of my life, I have kind of learnt to not use she, he anymore because I do that much talking to parents, patrons, random people. I have no idea. So I just say they. Yeah. They're over there. They're there. Yeah, it's always they or them or something because I don't know, and I feel like that's probably a bit more respectful than just assuming because I know like I know some, like I have, misgendered somebody. Yep. I was kind of embarrassed. Yeah. Did they blow up and take it way out of proportion? Yes, they did. It wasn't,
I think if you apologize,
and I did. Okay. Yeah. I apologized and that just wasn't enough. Yeah. They were expecting me to fucking move a mountain for them. And
I have misgendered people a few times, and I mean it's definitely upsetting, and they definitely were upset by it. But it's not like they were like, "I hate you. I'm never gonna talk to you again." Like, at the end of the day, it is just a word. Yeah. And a lot of people can get over it as long as it's a genuine mistake. Yeah. And you're not actively trying to misgender someone. Yeah. Yeah. Like, although it, like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but like one word can actually hurt.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. So I think both parties in that situation both need to show respect and understanding.
I think it comes down to respect and a general sense of empathy. Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of people lack empathy. Yeah. So they're not able to put themselves in someone else's shoes who may be offended by being misgendered.
Yeah.
Whereas someone who is offended by being misgendered may not necessarily be able to empathize with someone who's just like, oh, it's just a word.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I also saw that in like LGBT, like the alphabet mafia. Pardon me. They them can also have very specific meaning, or zers can have like the different neo-pronouns can have very specific meanings on like if you're transgender or non-binary or gender fluid, like stuff like that. So although it may appear to us that it's like gender neutral, it may have connotations in different communities. So yeah, that's something interesting to consider as well. Like the context of it.
Tea break.
So a 2016 study found that simply using the correct pronouns raises a person's self-esteem. Youth who are able to use and be acknowledged by their correct name and pronoun, so that sense of respect, experience significantly fewer symptoms of severe depression. So that's talking about immediate effects of...
So, like, that's like using their... Yeah, calling them their actual name.
Yeah, and correct pronouns.
Do you want to know something? When people call my name, like, and they go, Kerri, this, and this, like, over a text message or something, it gives me... severe anxiety, maybe because I've already got anxiety, but because it's so direct. So when I don't hear my name, when I don't hear my name, I'm sweet, to be honest. But yeah, that's just maybe a dopamine thing. But
so there were like these really direct consequences of using the wrong pronouns that had come out in studies. So I think that it's, if we can minimize this anxiety and this dysphoria, then I think we should. But then again, like, how far is too far? Like, because sometimes, you know, calling someone a frog, that's causing me anxiety. I'm like, that's... that is. But overall, in general, I feel like if I was really, you know, conservative, I was a Karen kind of thing. And somebody, I said, you know, for you, for example, she, and you turned around and you were like, oh, actually I identify as... Ziza, yeah. I identify as Ziza. I personally shouldn't be offended, you know? People get really, really offended about another person's pronouns. The way I look at it, their pronouns does not affect my way of living. Doesn't affect the way I do things. It doesn't affect my pronouns. It doesn't affect my gender, anything. Like, if it's just a word, it should go both ways. Like, you should be able to...
I don't get why people get so fired up and I refuse to call you that. Just go, oh, okay, I apologize, and then
use the damn word
and then move on. I don't get why people are so offended by it. And also, in saying that, if I was to randomly meet Hayley on the street and say she, and she was to get angry at me for accidentally misidentifying her, I would probably walk off in a huff because I am not a mind reader. So... And,
like, we do still very much go on physical cues.
Exactly.
Like,
if you don't know somebody, and you see somebody wearing a skirt, perhaps?
Bright pink fluffy skirt.
Lots
of jewelry, pink nails.
You're unfortunately gonna say she. Right? So there really shouldn't be that. I think it needs to go both ways. Like, both parties kind of need to
just keep an open mind.
Pull their head in, be open-minded about it.
I can also acknowledge that I'm not, like, the most educated person on this topic. Like,
neither am I. You're more educated than me.
I did, like, one...
Severely straight.
One unit on gender studies, and then I also identify as she, her, they, them. So both. Just because, like, I know I inherit traits that are not typically feminine. Like, I have a very strong masculine personality at times. Like, I'm very abrupt and I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and that comes across as very masculine. But also I love like feminine things too. Like, I love makeup, I love long nails, I love dressing up, I love like girly things, I love Paris Hilton, like just like gay ass girly things, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I love being cunty.
Yeah. I identify as
A frog.
tea and cup.
Teacup. Short and stout.
Yeah, short and stout. No, but she, her. She, her. Someone was to call me they. Would I get offended? No.
Yeah, really. I know. that was the same thing as me. I'm like, I'm not.
The only one would be he, because I'm clearly not a he. Maybe with this llama hat, I might be throwing people off a little bit.
You could be like a hippie he.
That's true. People do say I do look like the van from Cars. He's a hippie he.
Yeah, so like she, her, they, them, or hippie he.
Hippie he. Van from Cars.
We just came up with a new neo pronoun.
Car from van. Oh, car from Vans. Vans from Cars.
Can we get a Vans? What would that be? Like cars but for pedos. Vans.
Vans.
Off the wall.
In the back.
But yeah, that was our short little sweet opinions on pronouns. We'd love for you to like share.
We might generally come back to this topic.
I feel like
we might, because it's so.
I'd love to have a guest on about this.
It's so big, this topic.
Yeah.
There's so many branches. It's like the tree of life.
And this was very much based on our opinions. We didn't do a bunch of research because we kind of wanted to give you like our honest thoughts. And they are like very uneducated because like we're not like knee deep in the community. I'm like probably like ankle deep, but like I'm not like
I don't even have a toe in.
Yeah.
But I do have.
You wouldn't know what gay TikTok is if it hit you in the face.
No, sometimes I go on like stroll on it sometimes.
Oh, I thought like sometimes you seek out the gays.
Sometimes I
go look.
I was scrolling.
These gays
and I'll
are
be
trying
like,
to murder me.
Sometimes I'd be scrolling and I'm like, this is 100% our Hayley's For You page.
Yeah, I love it. But yeah, we thought we would share our opinions with you, give you a little bit of a controversial view. But I think it's important to like see where we're all at.
Yeah. But like we said before, your opinions, like we would love to hear them, especially with this topic. Because
like, what do you guys identify as?
Yeah, like.
And what are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on I was about to say xenotypes.
I thought you were gonna say xenophobia. No. What are your thoughts on xenophobia? Yeah, I'm all for it.
I was gonna say xenotype, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a biological something or other, but let's not. I forgot about that.
What are we going to do next week? Oh, wait. We've got a special episode coming up next. Let me see if that's going to be the next... Yep, that's going to be the next podcast episode. So next episode, it's going to be... It's going to be a little bit late, but trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. Oh my God, bars. Bars.
We do apologise that this one might be late as well. It
is going to be late. I'm not going to get it out today.
It is the Easter long weekend.
We are recording this on Good Friday, so there is no way it's coming out today. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about it.
Busy weeks at work, and we're just tired, you know?
Yeah.
Tired little girls, getting money.
We went out to a concert last night, my husband. So, you know, we're a bit tired. We're in a Nana era.
We literally had a 20-minute power nap and meditated before this.
Yeah,
and
I was like, I can't do it.
Looked at freaking memes for another hour or so.
I think, we decided because we think we were too busy stimming last night.
I actually think we were stimming the whole night.
Yeah.
Like sometimes...
Amanda really took it out of me.
Yeah, sometimes I looked over and Hayley was just kind of like... I was like...
Damn, that's so fucking artistic.
Get it, girl. Get it.
There's literally a video of me, like, hacking, like...
She's literally hacking.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm literally Irish dancing.
Yeah.
I was Irish dancing.
Yep.
So I think...
At one point, we handcuffed ourselves together.
Yeah, we were handcuffed at one point. Yep. We only had one drink, so that's...
Yeah, it really wasn't out the alcohol.
Next week, however...
I don't even know if we're going to be sober, but next week is going to be a really interesting topic.
Do we tell them? where we are, what we're doing.
Let's not tell them where we're going. Let's tell them what our plan is, though.
We're going to ask random people in a very certain location
About their trauma.
We're literally going to get random people to trauma dump.
Yep.
In
Well, we're
front of
going
us.
to try.
But we'll try our best. We might get bashed or something, but like, it's like, we tried.
And if
We tried, we failed.
And if we can't, if we cannot get anyone else to answer us, then I guess we'll just be trauma dumping. So, stay tuned for that.
Oh, God.
We have plenty of trauma to go around.
Plenty of it. I don't even, if I was trauma dump, where
I don't know where to start.
From the beginning? Like the beginning? On the
Once
20,
was it?
on the 23rd of April, I was born.
How did I know that off by heart?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Damn, it's like ingrained in my subconscious.
Maybe we spent too much time together. The way we said that at the same time.
When we were at Ashniko last night,
She
she was like on the same wavelength as us. Like, firstly, she started off with the song that Kez like deadass was waiting for the whole concert.
I was like,
And she just like started
belted
off
it
with
out.
And then
that's where the stimming started.
she just like started yelling. She started screaming. Like,
me.
not you.
Oh,
Ashniko.
okay. I was like, damn, did I? I mean, I think I did scream a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Because my voice hurt.
Yeah.
But she was just like fucking screaming it out.
Yeah, and then she started like doing that thing where she was like screaming and talking, and then I was answering like her questions, and she was just like talking back to me, and I wasn't even at the start of this stage. Like, I was like way back in the audience.
You?
I'm like, what the fuck? We're on the same wavelength.
But she was an icon.
Yeah, she's so slay. If you don't know Ashniko, you should go and
Yeah.
know her.
Go and know her. She's got blue hair.
Yeah,
She's a legend.
I used to have blue hair,
I tried blue hair. It kind of turned like,
moldy blue.
shut the fuck up, mermaid blue. Slay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, with that said, we unfortunately did come to slay, but we didn't really stay to gay. Well, I did. I'm always here to gay. Maybe I didn't really come to slay today. Yeah, I didn't really come to slay, but I did stay to gay.
I don't think I did either. I'm just here. Just here with a hat on my head.
But yeah, next episode is going to be a fun one, we hope.
I hope. Yeah, I hope it works out for us.
I think it's going to have a lot more editing than usual. But it's going to be beautiful. The beautiful sassy.
The beautiful sister.
And we hope you loved it. And with that being said, it's been hot out here. So stay tuned. Go like, go subscribe, go share, comment, tell us your thoughts, do all of the things. And we hope to see you next time on our trauma dumping episode.
Woo!
Peace.